thought you were helping us.
Wait to put my feet up and take a break. This patrol has been brutal.
You said it, man.
Attention. Be advised that designated emergency rations distribution centers may be overwhelmed. If you are experiencing influenza-like symptoms,
Active echo beacon detected.
Well, here I am, Aaron Keener, the First Wave's prodigal son. Normally I'd do this face-to-face, but I'm not 100% sure which way it'll jump. You act one way when Ms. Lau is watching, and another way entirely when you're off the leash. That's an interesting contradiction. You see, I think that deep down, you get it. You know, the old rules, laws, governments, those things died on Black Friday. But the feral PMCs, the convicts, the ones smart enough and good enough to take what they need, they'll survive. Me? I'm gonna prosper. Oh, you could too, but you took an oath, right? You got a duty. Those are both ways of saying that your conscience is fucking you. You ask yourself, who has earned a right to tell you what to do? Do you know how many agents died to hold the Dark Zone just for the brass to give up and put a wall around it? You don't believe me? You should check the place out for yourself. But the people you're working for, they're irrelevant now. Amherst changed how the game is played, and I have got the vision to win. I got Chernenko, I got a DNA printer, and a very interesting recipe book. I'm gonna write my own rules. You should think about getting in on this thing. I'll be seeing you.
Agent, the information you found in that lab was the crown jewel. I think we can break this thing now. But we've got some more information. A voice from the grave. Listen to what Amherst has to say.
What you're looking at is the smallpox virus, one of the deadliest pathogens on the planet. For centuries, it did a wonderful job of helping keep the human population in check. But times change, and sometimes Mother Nature needs a hand in improving her creations. Like, say, speeding them up a little bit, making them contagious when they should be quietly incubating in a host, or making them more lethal. I didn't come up with the approach on my own. My friend Vitaly is one of the pioneers in the field, and the idea has been around for years. Genome as data. You see, once we digitized DNA, we made it infinitely mutable. We could do 1,000 virtual variations in the time it used to take to grow a 1 lab grade generation of pathogens. And we could pick the best, most lethal combinations and make them real. That's how you make a killer virus, you see. Mix in genetic code from other diseases, and you move the sliders all the way up on lethality and virulence. The goal was a 90% mortality rate. I'm not sure my green poison is going to quite hit that, but honestly, that's just details. As long as most of humanity goes, the Earth stands a fighting chance. Technically, technology is what's killing the planet. But that's not really the case. It's the greed that drives the technology. But a funny thing happened on the way to $100 genome maps and 3D printed plastic toys. Someone figured out those technologies could be repurposed, modified for the greater good. Me. Now, my virus is going to do what nature's always done. Decide who lives and who dies. And if nature decides I die, then I die. If nothing else, I'll have a lot of company. Natural selection at its finest, helped along by a little unnatural genetic manipulation. It's all data, really. Life's just a method of processing it. The same way I processed the smallpox genome on my laptop. And who's to say that wasn't the plan all along? If, by some miracle, you survive green poison, then nature's decided you deserve to live. The rest of us shouldn't and won't. Godspeed. I'll see you in hell.
Got a situation here. One of the nurses found contraband. A bunch of loose wires, wire strippers, tape, and a phone battery. You are now entering a safe area.
Chemtrails? I hear you say? What have they got to do with anything? Besides, there haven't been any in ages. To a guy, Rick Velasquez, your estimable Jose. Aha! Gotcha! Now, if you're a so-called rationalist, you say, hey, that one's easy. There are no comm trails getting laid down because there's no planes going anywhere these days. No planes, no comm trails, no chemtrails. Easy as that, right? But if your thinking process is a little more suspicious, you start wondering. You say to yourself, maybe all those chemtrails we saw before the green poison hit were getting us ready for this thing. And once it happened, they didn't need to spray anymore. And that one fits the facts just as much as the other theory does.
Best prices
Maybe
in New York.
Don't tell me I'm crazy. Well, conspiracy theorist. I am a conspiracy theorist. In order to survive in this insane world that somebody cooked up for us, I have to do it. This will be the society that is a sure way to some killing and wrong. Hell, I don't even want you thinking me as gospel. Question everything. Find your own truth. And when you do, bring it back to me so I can share it with the wider audience. Because anything has got to be better than the official line of crap they're feeding us.
Come back when you need something else. If you want it, I've got it. Glad to know you'll be using my stuff. Hey, can't beat these prices. Hey, take a look at what I got for you. Best prices in New York. Look at this selection.
Captain, I've got a situation.
Agent, I need you to check in with Commander Hector at the secure quarantine center in the Tenderloin. We got 80 civilians in there, but one of them's missing. Looks like they were building an IED. I could use your eyes on the investigation.
Warning. You are now leaving the safe area.
Mom, Jake says he's going to eat Raymond. He says there's no food in the stores.
That's crazy talk.
And that they eat guinea pigs in Mexico all the time.
Honey, calm down. No one's eating Raymond. Now put Jake on the phone.
Hello?
Jake, be nice to your sister.
I said she could have half.
I mean it.
Fine. But don't blame me if she starves.
Captain Benitez. Shit, we found an IED. It's in a sub-basin, some tunnel. We think it's how she got out.
Hey, let me know if you can hear me.
Ma'am? Oh, shit. I think this thing's gonna...
Agent! Agent, are you okay? Agent! Get anyone you can out of the building!
Sure, all personal belongings are clearly labeled prior.
No, I can't!
Life signs detected.
Oh, God, we had 80 people in there. Holy Christ. Quarantine center, you have Rikers incoming! I'm seeing a gang of Rikers well-armed, coming right at you! This is no goddamn coincidence. Watch your back out there.
Warning. Additional hostiles incoming.
Next time, get your little team.
Alert. Additional hostiles inbound. Hostiles inbound on your position.
Rikers! Time to break out the new toys!
Quarantine sites. All others are strictly permitted access.
Agent, we need to get a handle on what the hell's going on. See if you can find anything on any of those Rikers.
Analyzing smartphone data. GPS data identified.
Fucking smartphones. Even though you can't make calls, a lot of people still carry them around. Road's got a lot of cell towers back online. Maybe there's something useful here. Get that phone back to the base of operations, Agent. Maybe Rhodes can dig something useful out of it. He's been putting together a rig for tactical intel analysis. It's about time we use it. Damn it. We've been hitting the Rikers pretty hard and the other factions too. I knew one of them would hit back at us. I thought we'd see them coming.
Yeah, hi, whatever.
Maggots and rats. So grateful.
Thanks for the follow, buddy.
I could get up there myself.
God damn it. What the hell does it take to get this thing working?
I'm thinking maybe the problem's with the coupling there.
Yeah, that could be it. Wanna give me a hand with it?
Happy to help out.
This is an emergency services notification. The Joint Task Force is seeking recruits. Anyone with past military, weapons, athletic, or emergency response training of any nature is asked to inquire at the security desk.
Hey, let me know if you can hear me. Can you chat in the chat?
Agent, before we pulled out of the Dark Zone, the Brass airdropped in some Shade Tech stations to coordinate local ops. Thing is, those tactical sites are still in there, sitting on all sorts of intel. We want it back, and so does every rogue agent in the city. We need you to get a team together and download whatever you can from those stations before someone else does.
Oh, hey, Agent. What you are looking at is one of the Shade tactical terminals airdropped into the DZ before we pulled out. They were supposed to help coordinate ops, but well, that didn't work out so great. So they have just been sitting there, rusting. Until now. They're waking up, and they are loaded with operational data we need. The terminal will bring you up to speed on how to get them fully online.
Agent, let's get you up to speed on what you'll be dealing with out there. We need you to recover critical data from Shade Tech stations that got left behind in the Dark Zone before rogue agents can intercept it. You'll have to capture all 3 stations at each objective to start uploading data. You can enable turret and pulse fortifications at certain objectives to help defend them. Activating them requires Shade Tech that you can recover from enemies and find in crates in the Dark Zone. Oh, and another thing. Be aware of the 2 tactical boosts you can use to enhance your squad's performance. Points for kills and point multiplier. You can activate these with Shade Tech as well. Remember that you're part of a squad, and everybody has a role. Collecting Shade Tech to power up tactical boosts or fortifications can be just as important as securing objectives. Teamwork is the key to winning this fight. I need the whole file before I can decrypt it, so make sure we get to 100% before the enemy does. Good hunting.
response to their signal.